over the past 10 years working with adults with ADHD, this is the one vitamin that I have found critical for every person with ADHD. And so to explain this, I need to explain really the importance about ADHD and why there's an issue. So if we look at specifically the dopamine process here, we have several things that are going on that this one vitamin does help with this whole thing. For example, you have phenylethylamine, which is the very beginning of the whole dopamine process. You have also phenylalanine, which is an amino acid that helps build tyrosine. Then tyrosine helps build L-dopa. Then L-dopa helps make dopamine. So that is one aspect. People understand with people with ADHD, they suffer with low dopamine, which is going to impact your motivation, focus, and drive. But also it does impact your norepinephrine and epinephrine, which is also broken down with dopamine. And so when those are lacking, you're going to have issues with your stress levels, and that's going to impact your focus as well. So this vitamin helps all these capacity, but it doesn't stop there. This is why this one vitamin I find that is so critical for every person with ADHD, because it impacts so many different neurotransmitters that impact our ADHD. So the other one is also thinking about is serotonin. Now, why is serotonin involved when it comes to ADHD? Because serotonin, when it's low, can have symptoms of lack of motivation, drive, you feel more depressed, but it also can impact your sleep. Let me explain here. So tryptophan is very vital for sleep. 5-HT helps a lot with our mood as well. And then I already explained about serotonin. And all those things are required by this one vitamin that we need. But it still doesn't stop there. This vitamin does a lot for us. And the other thing that's also important is GABA. It helps with the process with GABA as well, because glutamate is then broken down into GABA. GABA helps a lot with also our way that we handle with anxiety and stress and mood. And if that is out of balance, it's going to impact our focus. So the one vitamin that I am referring to that helps with pretty much almost all the steps of helping and building, modulating all these different neurotransmitters is P5P, also known as vitamin B6, the activated form. So it happens here. It's a cofactor that is used in every single one of these steps. Right here as well. Also right here. I mean, every step, it is so vital for this. Also with serotonin. It is important to take tryptophan to 5-HTP, and then from 5-HTP, it also uses as a cofactor from 5-HTP to serotonin. And then with GABA, it is critical for both of these steps to have activated form of vitamin B6 to even making GABA. So you better believe that vitamin B6 is so critical for every person with ADHD that I have found. But not only that, is that vitamin B6 has been shown in research that not only does it help improve focus, it does help a lot with energy, which a lot of people with ADHD do suffer with. But the other thing that I have also found with people with ADHD is that they tend to be more deficient with this specific vitamin than any of the others. And so when you are deficient in something like vitamin B6 and all of those different neurotransmitter pathways require this, you're going to suffer with low GABA levels. You're going to suffer with low serotonin levels. You're going to suffer with also low dopamine levels. And all of those are very vital for when it comes to having a very active, focused, and productive brain. And if you are deficient in this specific vitamin, it's going to make things worse. Now, caveat to this is, let's say you're not deficient in vitamin B6. Well, then obviously that's not going to make any changes. So you can't just go try supplementing vitamin B6 and think like it's going to solve all your problems. And so that's where I run into a lot of people think that they could just try random supplements and it's going to work. But I do find that there's a very high percentage of people with ADHD that I work with that tend to be deficient in vitamin B6. Now, to truly understand what you need specifically, what vitamin you need, what you're deficient in, or what imbalances and biochemistry imbalances that you do have, you should watch this video next, where I dive in deep of my 3-step system of truly eliminating your ADHD symptoms and what you need to do, because it isn't always necessarily going to be just one vitamin. So definitely watch this video next to understand more.